Hi, I'm Peggy Clary of Clary Law Offices, and today answering the question of what I wish someone had told me when I picked my healthcare surrogate. This is perhaps one of the most important and common questions I'm asked of who do you think I should choose as my healthcare surrogate or other fiduciary for my power of attorney decisions or my living will decision making, or even who's my personal representative under my will. And for many years, I answered the following way. Free legal advice, wait for it. You need to pick someone who you trust. But I let those clients down because I failed to define for them, what does the word trust mean? So recently I came across an article that they had studied characteristics of trust and how that applied to people leading companies, but I learned 3 great ways to define what the word trust means. And following those 3 suggestions, hopefully when you think about who can serve as your healthcare surrogate, or your power of attorney, or even the guardian of your children if you die, that you feel like you've not only chosen a person of trust, but you know how to find a person who is trustworthy. And that is a big step. So the first way that we define trust is someone who has positive relationships. What does that mean? Does that mean I pet my dog and I feed them faithfully? Not really. A positive relationship is someone who has communication with others, stays in an atmosphere of resolving conflict, giving honest feedback in a helpful way. So embracing and choosing a person who models in their own life positive relationships is the first element of trust. Second one, which is very helpful to have, is good judgment and expertise. So this is really common when you're looking for a power of attorney, finding someone who's good and maybe managing their own checkbook or shows good decision making, but looking towards that person and do they exercise good judgment and expertise. Third one, which is important, and I think if your mom would often tell you growing up for your schoolwork, consistency. So is this a person who models consistent behavior, meaning what they say matches how they act? Do they follow through on what they tell you? Are they willing to do a little more than average to help? Because when we talk about finding the right person to serve as your healthcare surrogate or even as his power of attorney, if they're not trustful, no matter how good the plan is that I've crafted on the paper for you, it's going to break down and we might as well take a match to it and burn it. And what I found so interesting at the end of this article, of these 3 characteristics of trust, positive relationship, good judgment and expertise, and consistency, the most important quality of trust was someone who can maintain positive relationships. So in our time of our world where things feel a little bit crazy and families are suffering fractures and there's disagreements and there's discord, as you're making your own estate plan, to embrace the characteristics of trust when you're selecting someone to make those decisions is paramount. And it's very hard to get excited about discussing about trust and what that means. But in our current culture, to have that person you have the most confidence in stepping in your shoes when you can't do it is very important. I hope here at Clary Law we can help you with your estate planning. If you'd like to discuss your plan or discuss more about the selection of your surrogate and fiduciary, don't hesitate to call us, 727-345-0041. And thanks for your time, and go out and build positive relationships.